Tell me exactly what a brand and a consumer, how do they work together? What does this partnership look like?
Well, it's a partnership in the fullest sense, in that there's a positive and a negative, in that brands need to define their core values and then communicate and reach out to customers on that basis. Regular people then, when they go and buy their daily wants and needs, can either reward a company for that good behavior, as you see, for example, with the Pepsi Refresh project, which was an enormous success in terms of engaging a community around the brand, or they can punish a brand, as we saw in and around BP with the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. So this dynamic is very fluid, it's very volatile, and really brands need to effectively moderate it and monitor it in real time and have a crisis management protocol in place if something does go wrong.
Is that internal inside the company?
It is internal inside the company, but the most effective way to damage control a situation is to respond immediately, openly, in a human way. So yes, it's inside a company, but it needs to be a very human voice that can respond in real time.
You mentioned BP because they attempted to try to buy ads and try to divert the viewer to somewhere else. It sounds like their social media play kind of backfired on them.
I think BP, the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, is a wonderful example of really bad habits of the past that don't serve companies well in the future. Firstly, their initial launch campaign, Beyond Petroleum, was widely criticized at the time as greenwashing. And if their practices are any indication as to the authenticity of their commitment to being environmentally friendly, perhaps that was true. And then secondarily, when the crisis, the oil spill did happen, they took a very traditional old school approach, which is misinformation or a lack of information, doctoring photographs, and really trying to secure all the legal teams that could otherwise be used against them. And then finally taking these large full-page newspaper ads, which were a very broadcast approach to community engagement, when really the lives of individuals and communities and industries were being chronically affected in real time. And it would have been far more effective to have sort of owned up to that problem and done everything they can to fix it. And really, what they've saved in terms of doing those efforts, I think they'll pay for later on in reputational damage as they have to work their way back into the public consciousness and goodwill.